Welcome to the Market Motive Master Certification final project. We have a full house today, as you already have heard, with 11 industry leaders that represent the who's who of internet marketing, and add 8 candidates who have dedicated the time and effort and have exhibited the knowledge to serve others in improving their online presence. The first is Bryan Eisenberg, who is the most recognized authority on conversion optimization, the author of several New York Times best-selling books that teach persuasion architecture, landing page testing techniques, and a number of others. Bryan, welcome to the call. Matt Bailey is all on our faculty for social media, also known for SEO, architecture, web analytics, and usability expertise. Truly a renaissance man. Matt, we're glad you're here today. Dr. Alan Rimm-Kaufman has taken a leave of absence from Market Motive. We're hoping for his return this spring of this year, and I've just got some good news from him, so I'm really excited for some things that are going to be happening with Dr. Alan Rimm-Kaufman. Standing in for Alan is George Michie. George is a search marketing expert and also a founder at Rimm-Kaufman Group. Along with George, we have Mark Evans, who is our honored guest and associate instructor. Mark's done some videos in our workshops as well. Mark hails in from Ionic Media in Southern California, and we're excited to have Mark joining us and filling in for Alan while he's out. Greg Jarboe and Jamie O'Donnell, both Greg and Jamie, are widely regarded as pioneers of online PR, and Greg has been tapped to write the authoritative book on using YouTube for video marketing in an hour a day. John Marshall is attending. John Marshall is one of the founders of Market Motive and a known expert and inventor in web analytics, and has the job of teaching our members SEO, search engine optimization. He's recognized for staying far ahead in the market of SEO techniques that work. Very pleased to have Avinash on the phone with us. Avinash is also a founder of Market Motive, faculty for web analytics. Avinash is known for his book, Web Analytics An Hour a Day, and for his highly rated blog, Occam's Razor. And we're really privileged to have Avinash teaching web analytics. Jessica Bowman, thank you for joining us. Jessica is our honored guest here. Jessica is actually the founder of SEO In-House, contributes as an associate instructor at Market Motive. She's are you on the board of directors, Jessica, at Simpo?
Yes.
Okay, good. And an internationally recognized authority on SEO processes. Welcome, Jessica.
Thank you.
You bet. And today we are joined by Rand Fishkin, a noted authority on SEO and the CEO of SEO Moz. Rand will be questioning our candidates on SEO and other topics, and we are really glad you're here, Rand.
My pleasure.
Jennifer, tell us, you're already a web analytics professional. Why did you choose to certify in online PR?
I just thought it was a really interesting mix of all of the disciplines. You need a little bit of SEO, you need a little bit of campaign thinking, and it was a great mix of all the disciplines.
Anne today is clearly one of our stars. Anne chose to certify in search engine optimization in this last round. Todd, Anne has passed all the tests and completed the projects. What is your question for Anne?
Anytime you're working in SEO, whether it's as a consultant or in-house at a larger company, you're going to have to pitch SEO. You're going to have to sell it to the people that don't believe in it and tell them why they need it and why they need you. So I just want to get your elevator pitch of why a company should give you more time to talk to them about marketing their website, what you can do for them, and why they should trust you to touch their website.
The best that you can kind of do, especially if you're actually going in cold and not knowing the candidate, is to try to figure out what the goals of the website are. Because I think the pitch that you have is going to vary based upon what it is that they expect to get out of their site. So I think you probably want to figure out maybe what it is that they're trying to measure, if they have actually any kind of pain points that are associated with it. Because I think everybody wants to be a hero. So I think you kind of have to figure out what it is that they're actually looking for.
At this point, I want to introduce Mark. Mark comes to us from Rasmussen University, is working towards certification in web analytics. Avinash, why don't you go ahead and pose a question to Mark?
I like the idea of that you had mentioned of using quantitative data for nonprofit as well as qualitative. That's great, and of course you recommend using a survey, which is also great. I'm wondering, what is the optimal time for somebody to be shown a survey? to collect their qualitative feedback?
Well, first off, once they enter the site, it'd be a good practice to ask permission and also let them know that there may be a survey coming, and just let them know that upon exiting, you'll be asked to answer a few questions. So if they agree to that, then you would let them navigate the website and perform or not perform whatever task that they're trying to complete. And after that, then upon them leaving the site, you would serve up the survey and ask for their feedback.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, I always like to stress, think about it as a customer, as a website visitor, what would you put up with? And then try to go with that. So for page-level surveys, it's okay to have a thing on the side, left, right, very unobtrusive, so the customer experience is clean or on exit. That makes sense.
We've already talked to Andres a little bit. George, what's your question for Andres for paid search?
Talk about the likely conversion rate of a term like children's crafts versus marshmallow gun, both of which pointing to the same page. Would you expect to find the same value of the traffic? How would that inform your bids?
Probably marshmallow gun would convert higher because it's in a lower phase of the conversion funnel. So probably you can bid higher for that kind of terms rather than children craft or educational toys or for that kind of more generical term.
I think what we're going to do now, Kevin, is move you to what we call the lightning round session, where our esteemed faculty and honored guests can pose a question related to SEO. If there's no questions from the panel, sometimes we'll accept a question from our audience, but I know that both Rand and Jessica have a question for you about your SEO work. So, Jessica, would you like to ask your question of Kevin?
Okay, so my question for you, Kevin, I looked at your project website, and you've got so many of the SEO basics covered. One of the questions I had, you talked about the blocks that are removed by the search engines because they're identifying the navigation on the top and the left and then the footer. They're going to be stripped out. And so what the search engines are really looking to understand what a page is about is what's in the guts. So my question is, how much content do you think is really needed for that? And do you think that the project site that you created has enough to actually rank well for these keywords?
Thanks. Okay, so I don't believe that my project has enough copy and images and well laid out content, which is by far my weakest point in SEO. I'm definitely a very technical person. I can set the site up, get the architecture clean. Once it comes down to writing copy, every project I ever do, I outsource that part because I'm just not a writer. I would normally take really good keyword lists and give them to somebody who's a fantastic copywriter and have them give me a lot more content than what you see on my site here. So no, I don't think that mine has enough in the guts to truly rank.
That's great. So one of the things I liked about your answer that I don't see a lot of search marketers notice is what they're great at and what they're not great at and pull in the talent. So I think that's a really, really great skill to have. Good job.
Very good. Rand, I'm going to turn it over to you. What's your question for Kevin today?
First off, Kevin, what's the goal of employing the meta keywords tag?
I've read a lot of articles saying that it's probably a waste of time. I've also read a lot that say it's probably just the best practice to do it anyway. So that was, my goal there was to just sort of follow best practice and get them in there. I also remember reading a really good one on using them as notes for yourself. When you open up an HTML doc and you have your meta keywords, you can kind of see what you were planning to target with that page. So it's almost like your own notes in the code. But mostly I was just following best practices.
Okay. Well, I might suggest that two of the major three search engines no longer index it. One of them does. It's definitely useful, as you said, for taking your own notes. I think that's a great answer, and certainly useful if you have your own internal site search that's using it. But I'd also keep in mind that it provides a lot of competitive intelligence. So if you have a competitor who wants to see all the keywords you're targeting, the meta keywords tag is sort of an open book for that. So I'm not usually a fan, but those are some good responses.
Any further ado, here are those who have graduated and received their certificate at this time. TPC, we have Andres and Kevin. Anne flew through with flying colors in SEO. Congratulations, Anne. In Web Analytics, Mark B. and Andres. Congratulations, Ali, Kevin, and Jennifer, getting endorsements from a wide range of the faculty on online PR. So congratulations to all of you.